गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम भवताप प्रणाशिन्ने आनंद घनमूर्तये ज्ञान भक्ति प्रदायिन्ने मातस्तुभ्यं नमो नमः। जय माँ। Okay, I was talking about the relationship between Ramakrishna Paramhans and Ma. And of course, Vivekanand comes in the picture. I have mentioned earlier in the last episode that Thakur came because of Ma. Now you will say, how is that possible? Because it is all mentioned in his Charitra, which I have also mentioned. And I don't remember the name of the author. Now, how did this story happen and how did I get to know? You see, Ashok Baba does Matru Katha. Now, of course, he doesn't do anything anymore because he's not in very good health. So he's with in a devotee's house, and he has to rest and everything. But we had arranged 2 Matru Kathas. Matru Katha means he used to do the entire life sketch of Ma. And right from the beginning, it was beautifully woven. The way he used to do it was just beautiful. So we had arranged, I think Amla Narayan, who's in Haridwar, she's an old devotee of Ma, and we had decided the first Matru Katha we did in Kankhal, in Ma's ashram. It was absolutely amazing. It's like a huge utsav, Matru Katha is done exactly like the Bhagavad. It either goes on for 7 days or 5 days, depending on how much time a person gives him to do the Katha. He's the Vyasji. He sits on the Vyaspeeth and we are listening. So over there, the first time I heard this story from him and I was fascinated. I said, I don't think anybody is aware of this. I don't think anybody knows about this. Not even the Ramakrishna ashram people. I don't think they are aware of this. And I asked him that, where did you hear all this from? What is the authenticity of this? He said it is very much mentioned in his Charitra, his life sketch, where Thakur himself has said that we are just government servants who've come down before the Bhagavati arrives to sweep and swap. Now see, whenever that manifests, आविर्भाव जो उनका होता है, जो भी आता है, उनका जब आविर्भाव होता है तो वो अकेले नहीं आते हैं. They don't come alone. There is a whole battalion with them which comes before them to prepare the groundwork, you see. Then when they arrive, they come with a whole battalion. They come with those people also, who are always with them. And then even after they leave, there is a battalion which is still there and maybe, talking about them or, making people aware that there was somebody like this who came. Now see, as far as Ma is concerned, she never wanted any publicity. So she always hid herself. She never revealed herself. She never told anybody. If people asked her, Ma, tum kaun ho? She would say, tum jo samjho wahi. Whatever you think I am that. There is a little saying of Ma where she says, tum kisi bhi, exact words I don't remember, it's in the book, what she says. तुम किसी भी देश में, किसी भी काल में, तुम कहीं से भी कोई भी भगवान को पूछते हो और पुकारते हो, वो सारी पुकारे इस शरीर से ही टकराती है और मैं सुनती हूँ. Means in whichever city, province, whichever state, wherever you are, and you pray to whichever God, it doesn't matter which God you pray to. It's fine. Whoever you pray to, all your cries dash against this body only, and I know exactly what you are saying. Now, what does that mean? Everything has come from her. Everything has gone back to her. So there is nothing apart from her, So she has, these are her own words. Plus, she did mention that she was Purna Brahma Narayan, which I'm sure all of you have read in the books, whoever has read Ma's books, that somebody had asked her from the family who are you? So she had said Purna Brahma Narayan, Purna Brahma Narayani. And then they said, how come Purna Brahma Narayan? You have a woman, you are a woman figure, your body is of a woman. So then she said Purna Brahma Narayani. And then she said, she was in that, her magnificence was there when she said this. And she said, Mahadev, Mahadevi. Now these are the words that came from Ma's mouth. Okay? So now if we talk about Ma, I'm bifurcating, I was talking about Thakur, but I have to mention this, that when we talk about Vishnu avatar that came on our planet, there are 24 avatars of Vishnu that came, and Krishna of course is a Vishnu avatar and we call him Purna avatar, right? Ramakrishna Paramahansa was Yuga avatar. For that era he was the avatar. Okay, now what do we call Ma then? Ma is called Sampurna avatar. She was a combination of Shiv Shakti both, because it is Purna Brahma Narayan and Purna Brahma Narayani, means two in one. There is nothing beyond her. There is nothing before her, or there's nothing. She is everything. Her own words where she says Purna Brahma Narayan Narayani. So we call her the Sampurna avatar, the complete avatar. Because when Krishna came down, Vishnu came down, right? The entire Vishnu. So it's Purna avatar. But Ma was everything. There is a huge difference. So my question one day was, see, I was contemplating a lot. Like I keep telling you people that, whenever you hear something, don't immediately ask a question. Contemplate. You do get your answers. So I was contemplating a lot about this, and I said, Ma is Sampurna avatar. We are mentioning in all our scriptures, in all our shastras, it is mentioned that Vishnu had 24 avatars and the 25th will be arriving, which is Kalki, right? How come Ma's name is not there in any shastra or any scripture? How come nobody has mentioned her name? That was a question mark in my mind all the time, okay? Finally, the conclusion was, I thought to myself, and I said it has to be this, but I need a confirmation from somebody that what I'm thinking is on the right track or not, So obviously I called up Baba and I said, Baba, why is it like this, that she's not mentioned in any shastra, any scripture, nothing, people don't even mention that she had arrived. So it is a very simple answer, because Ma never revealed herself. Krishna revealed himself to Arjun. In the Gita, you will find that he has said, "Main parbat hu, main nadi hu, main pahad hu, jharna hu, main jo kuch bhi hai, sab kuch main hu." Okay. Now, when Bhagwan says "main hu," obviously the Rishi Munis, the yogis, at that state of samadhi where they are and they have written down everything. The scriptures have been written by them at that state of evolution. They will naturally know who Krishna is then, right? Did Ma do anything like that? No, because she always didn't want to reveal herself. She never revealed. That's why in my book also, when I've mentioned certain things about Ma, how she revealed herself, were things that I get very excited about, because there were moments where she has suddenly revealed herself and suddenly shut the lid. It was like that, So Ma never revealed herself. So if she never revealed, how would the Rishi Munis know what to write? How would they know what to write in the scriptures? Because she never revealed. She always said, "Jo tum samjho, wohi main hu." It is so fascinating. It is so fascinating, that she never, because she never came for a purpose. She came only for the compassion of mankind, towards mankind, because people were crying all the time and they were saying, "We need help, we are so unhappy, we are so this, that," whatever the cries were. ये जन्म की बात नहीं है, युगों से लोग रो रहे हैं. So that came down as a mother figure, because that's what people needed, a mother figure. So it was just compassion. She came without any mission. Obviously her name is not mentioned. So now we come back to Thakur's story. That when Thakur arrived, he said that. It's in his Charitra now. I'm sorry, but I've forgotten the name of the author, and I was checking with Baba also, that what is the name of that author, and he says even he's forgotten, but he's read it. Okay. So Thakur mentions that we are here as government servants to do swapping before the Bhagavati arrives. Now there are lots of little stories regarding Ma and Thakur. There was little incidents that I remember. There was this one incident where Ma was very ill. Her body was very ill and she had severe diarrhea. This incident is also in the book, in some of the books, not my book, but some of the books, where she had diarrhea, severe diarrhea. So much so that Didi was with her, Guru Priya Didi. And Didi was very worried that I don't know what is going to happen, and she could barely walk. At the end of the whole episode, Ma could barely walk and she was made to sit on a rock or a chair or something, because even to go from that place to the toilet was a big problem for her. She could not walk. She was in such a bad state. And at that moment, she decided to quit her body, Ma. Okay? She was sitting over there and Didi realized that there was something happening, and she went on doing Ma, because this Ma's body was just a body that had been created for us. She had come with this body only for us, nothing else. Ma was everything, air, water, whatever you think of. She could become lean with anything, So suddenly that thing came up where she decided, or that khayal came up, which I will mention in some other episode. What is khayal, her sayings, everything I will talk about in some other episode. The moment that khayal came to her, Thakur arrived in his sukshma sharir, okay, not in his physical body. He arrived and he started doing parikrama of Ma's body and requested Ma not to leave the body. He said, please Ma, he folded with folded hands, he said. And how do we know this? Because later Ma said, Ram ne mujhe jaane nahi diya. इस शरीर को जाने नहीं दिया और राम ने कहा रुक जाओ. And because of Ram's calling, Ma did not go and the body became all right. Because it was just Ma's khayal, The moment the khayal would come that, okay, now I don't need to quit, or I don't know, the body needs to get well, it'll get well immediately, right? So this was mentioned later by Ma, because Didi was so worried, obviously. That was one incident. There was another incident where Ma used to talk in very tuta-puta language, broken language kind of thing. Half a sentence here, half a sentence there. It was not easy to understand the deeper meaning of what she was saying, okay? So one day she was somewhere and she was talking to herself, and there were some ladies around. I think one of them was Pushpadi or something, and one of them narrated this to me, that in Belur, if you go to Belur Mutt in Kolkata, there is this room of Thakur, Ramakrishna Paramhans, where there is a large cot, a long cot, and a shorter cot, okay, a smaller cot and a bigger cot. And I believe Thakur used to sleep on one cot, and the other cot was meant only for his puja. When he would do Jap Dhyan, he would sit on a separate cot. So Ma had once mentioned dabi awaaz mein, not like loudly or anything, very like whispering, that in the Sukshma Sharir, she was sleeping on the bigger cot and Ram was sleeping next to me, she says, on that smaller cot like a shishu, in the position of a fetus. Bole wo to because he's Ma's child. So both of them were sleeping next to each other like mother and child, which was, I think, narrated by Ma in her very dabi awaaz, whispering. And I think Pushpadi or somebody had heard and they said, oh my God, what is she talking? And we know that once she had mentioned again in because Ma used to talk to herself also. In whispering tones, she had said, ये राम ने बहुत तंग किया है, means you see, Ram used to climb on Kali Ma, feed her, hug her, do all these things. He was worshipping Kali Ma. Now who is Kali Ma? She's not separate from Ma at all. Like I said, earlier I mentioned that saying where she says, you pray to anybody, anywhere, किसी भी देश, किसी भी काल, कहीं भी किसी की पूजा करते हो, सभी तुम्हारी पूजा और पुकार इसी शरीर से टकराती है. Means, if you're praying to Ganpati, if you're praying to Kali Ma, if you're praying to Durga, you're praying to anybody, all the pukar, all your prayers go where? to Ma Anandamayi. We're calling her Ma Anandamayi because that's how she decided to come to us. She could have come in the form that. I'm saying because we've seen her as she. And we haven't seen Bhagwan with 10 haath and 10 pair. We haven't seen that, okay? So that decided to come as Ma, and that's why we call her Ma. That would have decided to come as Shiv also, and then he would have been Shiv, We don't know. So that had decided to come as Ma, and that's why I'm always very keen to tell everybody that wake up, understand that this is the Vibhuti who has walked on our planet. And how come you people don't know? Some of you do, but some of you don't. And it's, even if you know that she had come, it's not like she's here today also. When we talk about Ma, it is Ma making me talk. You think I can say all this? You think I have the capacity to do all this? No, I don't. So, it's called Vak Brahman, Shabda Brahman. Everything you utter about Ma is the Brahman that is talking, Who am I to talk? Do you understand? Now comes the time when Thakur left the body, I think 10 years before Ma manifested. Ma manifested in 1896. And Thakur, I think, left before that, 10 years before that, 1886 or 82 or something like that. I'm forgotten. I think 86, 10 years before Ma arrived. But Vivekanandji was very much around, okay? Now, what was Vivekanandji's job? See, that time the whole world was very dormant, especially abroad in the West. People were not spiritually inclined and things were really deteriorating. So when the Bhagavati arrives, the whole world has to wake up, right? So Vivekanandji's job was to go abroad, to go to the West and start talking about spirituality and preaching. That was the job assigned to him. Now when Ma was arriving, Vivekanandji was in Belur Math. That time Belur Math wasn't what it is right now, okay? It was just a little building or something, and Thakur's room and Vivekanandji's room and whatever. It was not such a huge ashram that it is right now. He was standing there facing east, okay? And there was a Mahatma also of the Ramakrishna mission who was with him at that time. I don't remember his name. They were both standing, and suddenly he sees this ball of light, in the skies kind of thing. And he points to the light. It was a huge, like a fireball coming, it was descending, so it was like coming down. So he points to this light, Vivekanandji, and tells the Mahatma, "Wo dekho, Thakur ki shakti aa rahi hai." And that very moment, that was Ma Anandamayi's Avirbhav that she manifested. And Vivekanandji said this, "Wo Thakur ki shakti aa rahi hai." That is the story behind Thakur and Vivekanandji. If I remember anything else, I will definitely tell you. And isn't it fascinating that, see the link? I have always been a fan of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I've read his gospel. I think he was just a fascinating person, fascinating. I'm totally a fan of Thakur, okay? I'm totally his fan. So, I thought I should narrate this to you because I don't think very many people know and are aware of this. So that was all for today in this episode. Further we'll go, I'll talk about Ma's sayings and all that and certain questions that people have, So let me know what you thought about this episode. Thank you. Jai Ma. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurtaye Jnana Bhakti Pradayine Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma.